Hello, welcome back everyone to another exciting episode of X-Raised, where knowledge meets inspiration in the intricate dance of industry evolution. My name is Myles, and joining us today is a guru in international expansion and go-to-market strategy. His strategic acumen has transformed organizations across diverse landscapes, from startups to Fortune 500 companies. Let's all learn firsthand from his expertise in channel program development, distributed team management, and pioneering sales strategies. So, Yosef, thank you so much for being with us here today. We're very thrilled to have you here. Could you educate us by explaining what a go to market or GTM strategy means in the context of US SaaS companies aiming to expand globally and how it differs from domestic strategies?
So, a big part of the growth of an organization is that they usually start off in their domestic market. For US businesses, it really is focused on finding what they can do with their vision, their product, how to make it resonate with the industry around them. And on the journey to becoming a company that can raise additional capital, that can eventually IPO, proving that a US business can be an international business and that there's an international demand for their solutions is a critical step. And an important element of that is understanding how value will be realized in foreign markets. Lots of US organizations look to the UK, Germany, Austria, and Switzerland as their initial places to expand, particularly because there is alignment in terms of trade links, because organizations, they have similar needs. But an important thing that I think is often misunderstood is what is valued in these international markets. So to give you a practical example, German organizations, they champion values such as precision, accuracy, and delivering to high quality standards. Oftentimes, quality trumps the focus on speed of execution. They really want to get things right. For a US organization wanting to appeal to that local market base, they might want to focus on articulating market value and the value of their solutions through things such as how their customers can achieve better precision, better accuracy, and a higher standard of delivery with their solution.
Great. So it's like tailoring a bespoke suit for every market. I love the idea of highlighting precision and accuracy in Germany. It's like serving them with a finely tuned symphony of software solutions, Joseph. So now, with your knack for boosting revenue, you must have seen some blunders along the way. Care to spill the beans on the common pitfalls companies stumble into when venturing into international waters, Joseph? And of course, the secret sauce for dodging these obstacles.
So it's important to say that each situation is different. And oftentimes the design of the organization means that they are more prone to one type of costly error or another. But one of the things that I've seen and that I've helped organizations overcome is the focus on cross-functional alignment and shared metrics. What I mean by this is oftentimes there is a focus on the revenue side of the business to establish a market presence overseas. But going at it alone ends up with frustrated customers and oftentimes missed goals. It's really important for an organization to understand cross-functionally how success is measured in the context of international go-to-market. A headline, it's important for all departments to have specific objectives and key results for what it will mean for them to drive the international business. One other thing I want to touch on is fine-tuning and having a philosophical understanding of speed of execution versus perfection. Because oftentimes when companies think about going to market internationally, the first thing they think of is translating into foreign languages. While translation to foreign languages has its place, it's much more important to focus on what the right type of customer is that they can land today. That means that if they can focus on the right messaging, such as highlighting precision and accuracy for a German market, there's a customer base of English-speaking customers where you don't need to translate for them necessarily. You just have to focus on speaking their language in the context of value.
Wow, Yosef, that those pitfalls are you mentioned are like classic business blunders akin to flying a plane without wings. Now, shifting gears a bit, Yosef, let's talk about conquering EMEA markets. What's your take on the smartest ways or strategies for US companies to break into the EMEA scene?
The key focus is got to be on finding what the right customer profile is. And I say this from the perspective that I've often seen organizations that are ready to just take any and every deal. For them, gaining revenue is the top priority. And while revenue always will be the top priority, it's important to take a long-term view on what that actually means. And what this means is there are companies who have a similar vision of the future, who generally believe the same things about the market as the prospective vendor does. If you can find such a customer, the value that you can unlock significantly exceeds what you can do from just picking up any and every customer. This is important because if you pick up the wrong type of customer, in the context of SaaS, we are always focused on earning the value of the business that we deliver day by day, month by month. That comes through the context of support cases. It comes through the context of successful implementations. If you don't have the right customer profile, the vendor and the SaaS organization that I would typically see going to market will lose a lot of the profit from needing to service a customer who is not really a good fit for the type of business that they have.
Oh, I couldn't agree more with your insights, Yosef. Understanding the customer profile and aligning values are indeed crucial for international success. Now, let's flip this onto the next page. How does the design of your organization impact the symphony of go-to-market success? And how does one navigate the diverse currents of different countries and market segments?
It comes down to how you have structured your internal organization. Oftentimes, companies, as they get bigger, they become matrixed. And depending on what the size of the company is when they want to start their international go-to-market, we really have to focus on bringing the cross-functional team together and creating shared objectives and key results that are typically held on a quarterly basis, that are reviewed on a quarterly basis, and which are accountable to senior leadership. What this means is, I'll give you a practical example. I've seen organizations where sales have specific goals for going to market in EMEA. They have specific goals for revenue growth. But in context, the marketing team, they will have an international objective that's agnostic to the region. So you end up with a marketing team optimizing for where they can deliver their objectives and key results, which is not necessarily aligned where sales is actually focused on selling. So you really want to have a common understanding between sales, marketing, sales engineering, and legal on what the shared success for the organization as a whole looks like, and to have the organizational design structured in a way that the teams can work together on that. I hope that makes sense.
Of course, shared objectives and key results are really important, Yosef. I agree. It's amazing how you've laid out the blueprint for success. That's like orchestrating a world-class performance. Everyone needs to be in tune, and you're the conductor behind this symphony of global expansion. So before we wrap up, Yosef, may I ask, who is your main audience? Who exactly should be knocking on your virtual door, and where can they learn more about Meet Yosef?
Anyone who wants to know more is welcome to either look me up on LinkedIn, or go to meetyosef.com, which is my website where they can get in touch with me. I would encourage anyone who is responsible for driving revenue for an organization, no matter what size they are, whether they are in their first, let's say, 50 to 100 million of revenue, or whether they are post-IPO and looking to accelerate. Anyone who is focused on taking an organization with a national presence and a national focus and building a global brand, these are folks who may find it interesting to have a discussion. I think.
There you go. So basically, businesses of all shapes and sizes looking to expand their horizons and make real connections, especially internationally. Thank you, Yosef, for this brilliant stuff and for your precious time.
Thank you, Myles.
Head over to meetyosef.com for a virtual tour or simply connect with Yosef on LinkedIn. So with great guests like Yosef, they simply remind us that it's all about understanding the local vibe and syncing up as a team.
So